Hello everyone. Today we will discuss Article 12 of Constitution, meaning of state and case law related to this. First of all, we read definition of the state. In this part, unless the context otherwise require, the state include the government of India, the Parliament of India, the government of each of the state, the legislature each of the state, all local and other authority within the territory of India, all local and other authority under the control of government of India. And in this part, unless the context otherwise requires, mean there is a scope to interpret Article 12 other than the following: the government of India, Parliament of India, the government of each of the state, the legislature each of the state are self-explanatory, and these are the executive and legislature organ of the state and union of the India. Now question arises, what is the other authority? Other authorities means other authority defines in the section 3 clause 31 of General Clause Act 1987. Local authority, unit of local self-government, municipal committee, district board, board of port, commissioner or other authority legally entitled to or entrusted by the government with control or management. Now there is a case, Union of India and RCJ, which developed some points to be a local authority. That is, first one is a separate legal existence, function in defined area. Third one is power to raise funds. Fourth one is enjoy autonomy. Fifth one is entrusted by statute with function which are usually entrusted to municipality. Now question arises, what is the other authority? Other authority means other authority not defined in the constitution and statute. It is left for the court to interpret the expression state and define the scope and width of the state under Article 12. The case related to other authority are University of Madras versus Ujjambai. In this case, the question is whether a university can be a state under Article 12. The court held that there must be adjustum genesis, that means that other authority under Article 12 must be like same nature. Authority exercising governmental or sovereign functionality must. Court decision in this case, the university is not a state under Article 12. Second case is the Ujjambai versus state of UP. In this case, court held that no adjustum genesis is compulsory under the control of the state, no need of sovereign and governmental functionality. Decision was opposite that we discussed previous case, that is University of Madras versus Shantabai, that in this decision was university can be a state. The next case is a very important case, that Rajasthan Electricity Board versus Mohan. In this case, court held that transferring the department to corporation also come under the Article 12 because board was constituted under the State Electricity Act under the control of the India, further rejecting the adjustum genesis, that there is no terminality to be connected with this case. So court decided that all constitutional or statutory authority whom power were conferred by law would be included in Article 12. Further, majority opinion that it was not necessary that statutory authority to be included in the term state under the Article 12 should be engaged in the performing governmental or sovereign action. It could be a commercial function that bring that authority to be under Article 12. Now another case is Sukhdev versus Bhagatram. In this case, Oil Natural Gas Commission, Life Insurance Corporation, Industrial Finance Corporation are all state under the Article 12 because all these three statutory corporation have power to make rules and regulation for rule and regulation condition of service of their employee, and such rules and regulation have the force of law. That's why it included in the definition of state under Article 12. Ramana Dayaram Shetty versus International Airport Authority. Under this case, International Airport Authority mm, was under the control of Government of India, and all chairman and member nominated by government, and removal of them in special circumstances also by the Government of India. Take away the management and to give other by the there is also a provision, and direction to implement policy under the influence of government in India. The court held that it comes under the control of government of India, and it will fall under the definition of state under Article 12. So by observing this case, court held some 5 proposition in this case. The entire share capital is on or managed by the state. That is, financial resources of the state is the chief funding resources. Enjoy monopoly status whether if it's state conferred or state protected. If a department of government is transferred to a corporation, that is in we earlier seen in the case of Rajasthan Electricity Board. Functional characteristic being governmental in essence, that is if the related to government, if the function of the corporation are of public importance and closely related to the governmental functions, and there should be a deep and pervasive control of the government to determine the whether as an authority or agency be a state or not. Now question arises that whether judiciary include in the definition of the state. It was held in the Naresh versus State of Maharashtra year 1967 Supreme Court. The court held in this case that a fundamental right not infringed by the court order and cannot be issued to writ to High Court and under Article 26, and to bring the court under Article 12 is a violation of the fundamental rights of the court. In AR Atom versus Antulya versus RS Naik case, court held that when court performing non-judicial function like appointment of staff and enforcing the law, making the law, it come under the Article of 12. When it performing the judiciary function, it come not Article 12. There is some terminology used in this article, the state instrumentalities that are under the control of Government of India. Adjustment genesis are like the same nature, and other authority which are interpreted by the court to decide whether state or not. So that's all for our. Thank you very much.